Hello, my name's Richard Osterfield and I've been developing the Phoenix program for the last 8 years. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about what we've achieved with the program so far. Basically, I'm an NLP therapist. My father was in the forces, my mother was a counsellor. I didn't really have any choice about going into this field. So what I do is I use techniques like psycholinguistics and neurolinguistics and look at the structure of the thought process that actually causes the problem. Now, I'm sure you'll understand you're different from most of the people that you know. The traumas that people go through that cause post-traumatic stress disorder are all different, and the way we think is all different. So with NLP, you look at what's actually happening for each individual person. Now, I've been doing this for about 8 years. When I hit 30, I decided to really focus on it. I had friends coming back from Afghanistan, ex-Marines, currently serving Marines, and paras, coming back to me and actually talking about problems they were facing. Now, they didn't get diagnosed with PTSD, they hadn't spoken to anyone. They just had nightmares, they had aggression issues, or they had alcoholism. They talked to me about something and we wouldn't look at what the problem might be, we didn't give it a label. We just said, okay, if you're having nightmares, let's look at what's happened and how to change that. And from doing that work over a few years, I started working with extreme trauma, not just from the services. We work with sexual trauma, road traffic accidents, the whole gambit of post-traumatic stress disorder. I put together the Phoenix program. Now, the difference between the Phoenix program and everything else is the fact that, to start off with, we're not going to charge you vast sums of money if we can't do the job. If you come to us and you've got drugs and alcohol issues, then we may ask for a retainer to make sure that you're emotionally committed to what we're doing. The first thing that I do is sit down with you, and this can be by Skype or over the telephone or with an email, and actually look at what the symptoms are. I don't need to know the content. You've been through it once. I don't need to ask you all the details of what happened. What I do need to know is, are you having nightmares? If you're having flashbacks, are they auditory or are they visual? From that, I can understand what's actually happening in your brain. Then we need to know what to do. We've got the intelligence, we know what the mission is. We need to develop the therapeutic tools to actually get you sorted out. So rather than just going for the one-size-fits-all program, I'll then develop therapeutic tools. Now, these may be cognitive behavioural therapy, which you've probably already tried, but it will be tailored to the way you actually think. It may be cognitive behavioural hypnosis. It may be NLP, neurolinguistics, psycholinguistics, EFT, TFT, maybe any number of different techniques. The point is that when we've got the techniques, we can try them out. Without talking about the trauma, we can try out different techniques to make sure they work for you specifically. Once we've done that, we can then put together a program, and that program is based on how you personally feel, what's actually happening for you emotionally, again, not the content, but more importantly, it's based on techniques that we know that will work for you. Now, the Phoenix program does work in groups. The largest group we do is 10. However, what I do need you to understand is that I can't do that and actually physically ask you to sit down in that chair if I don't already know that that program's going to work. So the program is set over 2 days. The first day we sort out the initial symptoms such as the sleep, flashbacks, aggression, all of these things. If the next day you come back and you want to do the rest of the program, then we work together on everything else that's happening for you. If after the first day you don't feel you're getting somewhere, you haven't woken up in the morning having the first best and most brilliant night's sleep that you've had in 10, 20 years, depending on when you first developed the problem, then do you know what? I'm doing something wrong and I need to go back to the drawing board. The Phoenix program is based on me as a therapist to actually help you forward, not on your ability to do the exercises that you're meant to do. It's not just about getting rid of the post-traumatic stress disorder. It's about the fact that if you've been dealing with this for a long period of time, you may need to rebuild your entire life and who you are as a person. Now, that's what I'm offering. That's what we do. All I'm asking you to do is have a telephone call or an email session with me. If you're happy to go forward, then we can move forward from there. And if you decide it's not for you, then I can recommend any number of great therapists, or I can tell you what therapy might be the best one for you. My name is Richard Osterfield, and I'd like to thank you for watching this.